Okay, guys, incredible news. Have you guys seen this guy? Nick Shirley. He likes to go around to crazy places and make real journalist content, like talk to real people, get their opinions, and he's got a very good um grasp, like how do I say, street sense. So he doesn't really say much, and he gets people to talk and gets them to speak their minds. And he has had some very funny interactions in the past. There was one interaction where there was one white guy who said, "White guys deserve to be robbed." And then immediately he was able to find a black dude. And then the dude started saying, "Okay, I'm gonna rob you." And then the white guy starts losing his shit when the people start trolling him. There's a black dude trying to troll him and take his iPhone, and the white dude straight up started shitting his pants. Um, he posted a new documentary exposing a huge fraud in Minneapolis. Uh, he met up with someone named Brad, and they basically went around checking up on all childcare facilities run by Somalis, and they found like none of them were open. None of them have any children in them on a weekday, and middle of the day there's no children, windows boarded up, doors locked, nobody willing to talk. The best interaction they can get is like people telling them to fuck off. Some liberal white women just standing outside and I don't know doing what. This like I don't know what's going on, bro. These guys are putting the US senators put Indian scammers to shame the way they scam their public. I don't know if it's scam or are they just idiots. This money hasn't gone to a single child. Um, it's just sitting there, and I don't even think it's like benefiting the scammers that much. Like they must also be, you know, just getting by somehow. Because I don't think like because they must be like doing the compliances, doing the whatever is needed to keep getting those grants, and just like burning coal just so that they can get funding to burn coal, shoveling more shit. Something horrible happened to me today. I had to go to the police because these about a police complaint. First one in my life. Feel good about it. I don't want to get let people take advantage of me. Uh, I'm such a dumbass, bro. There's a I booked an online dental checkup, and the company I booked with was Tootshi India, and I didn't know they had bad reviews. I just booked a Tootsie appointment. It was free. It said they're gonna do a 3D scan of my teeth, and I was really interested what it's gonna look like. They did a scan, and then they somehow showed me like fixed teeth. Uh, in my scan, I have an overbite. My teeth go forward. Upper ones go a lot forward, and in the scan, somehow the guy sent the scan to his compute to his cloud, and the model came back fixed. And I like to I like looked closer in, and these were my teeth. Like I don't know how they do that. I want to figure that out. So anyway, then he shows me the fixed teeth, and I like the result. And then he says, "Just for you, sir, today we have this offer. Pay us 50,000 Indian rupees, and you get, the full treatment. And then you don't have to pay anything on top of that. Oh no. At first he says it's 65,000. And then I have this kind of face, mm, because I don't have the budget for it. I didn't really have a budget for it to begin with. And he, like, I couldn't even afford it on credit. And so I just straight up say to the guy that I don't have the budget for it. And then he starts like negotiating with me, like trying to work on me. He starts saying that we can get you finance. Where do you work? What's your job? And uh, we can do anything. Like we can do Bajaj finance. We can do. Starts giving me a couple of options. We can do an EMI. Um, and the only questions I really asked him was, I saw this online discount for 15,000. So I was curious, like how much it's gonna cost, because I was genuinely interested in getting my teeth fixed. I want to look smacks. I want to look great, and so I wanted to get that done. And I didn't yet know if braces are better or clear aligners are better. I've had some off the shelf clear aligners, and what you do is they just look like mouth, like something that your grandma would put in her mouth, or like boxers would put in their mouth to prevent their teeth from breaking, bite on it. And it's supposed to be like really tight and like make your teeth straighter somehow. These are off the market, like off the shelf. So they're not designed for your teeth. They're not designed for your jaw size. They just randomly try to straighten. They just have very hard straight line, and they try to force the teeth to be straight like that. And what um, these clear aligners are supposed to do, or any braces are supposed to do, is your bones are constantly uh, eating themselves and creating new bone. And so what's going to happen is when you put some pressure on the bone, what's going to happen is it's going to eat itself in some ways and grow itself in some ways. And that's going to cause it to move over time. It's going to get out of the way of the tension and move to the new position. I suppose that's how it works. Not really sure. Like if you put more tension on the bone, sometimes it gets stronger. If you would put more tension on the bone, then sometimes it moves away. That doesn't really make sense. That doesn't add up. But I think we should, uh, I think I would need to learn more about it. It wouldn't be as simple, as straightforward. I don't think so. Anyways, so he gives me this offer and I said, okay, that sounds all right. And I say, okay, let's go do it. And then once he leaves, I check the app and it doesn't say 50,000 at all. It says 80,000, and that I have paid only 50,000 of that amount. So I have to pay more, 30,000, first of all. And second, um, I read that they have a lot of bad reviews online. Like they don't, the complaints were something along the lines of they don't um work, first of all. And because aligners just don't work that well, not as good as braces, especially for bad cases like mine. And uh, and the second problem was, once you realize there is a problem and you want to cancel, once it doesn't fix or doesn't work for you, they don't let you cancel, and they take the full payment, and they don't do the due diligence to like refund you or make sure you're happy as a customer. Um, and so he basically comes to my doorstep for a free checkup, ends up selling me something for 30,000, and then no, like, and then obviously I immediately cancel after learning this information. Within 2 hours, I cancel. everywhere. I cancel in the app. I call them on the support and say, I want to cancel. I email them and I say, I want to cancel. And the only thing I get back from them is that, yeah, we're going to reach out to you within 7 days, 7 working days. That sounds like a red flag to me. Like, you are free to pick up a call and talk to me. But then if I want to cancel, then you're going to try to find a rep that can call me. And tomorrow is Sunday and you had a 48 hours cancellation policy and it's going to be Monday soon after. And it's going to like 48 hours going to run out just like that. And you not want to cancel. I also called the guy who came to visit to do my 3D scan. I had his number. We have it's so awesome living in a society and in an apartment complex because we have his photo, we have his number, we have his name. The security took his photo. We have a really good shot of him. So if we need anything, we have it. Uh, and I message him and I ask him, please, dude, I want to cancel. And then he shows me the screenshot that he's essentially responsible for my order and he gets a commission when he gets someone to sign up. And if I don't sign up, he's gonna get uh, a penalty. So I immediately like I get on top of the situation. Like, okay, so this guy doesn't want to cancel because his paycheck is riding on this. Uh, and then I just talk nicely to him. I don't really say much. I just say that, dude, I cannot afford this. Let me cancel. And then he works on me. He's like, okay, I'll call you back, call you back, call you back. And please just show up one more time. Just do one more checkup. Just come to our clinic um, on 31st and maybe you'll like it. If you don't like it, we'll cancel. No problems. And I don't buy it at all. I don't buy it at all. I'll go there. They'll do some checkup on me. They'll charge me even more. And I'm such a gullible dumbass that I'll end up paying anyway. Um, and and then they'll even have reason to charge me something because this was supposed to be free. And then when I ask him like, why do you charge me this cancellation fee? Please just cancel. And if you can just remove the cancellation fee, then what made me flip on this guy was first he told me that um show up to the next appointment and then we're gonna waive off the pending amount that it shows on your app, the 30,000. And we're also gonna let you cancel if you want to cancel. And he said, but there's gonna be a fees, cancellation fees, and it's gonna be 5,000 deducted from that, which was I was actually fine with. But he said it's gonna be deducted because um the the appointment has been booked with a orthodontist, and so basically it's gonna charge them. Doesn't make any sense to me. Like, dude, I canceled within 2 hours. How hard is it to put something on the calendar, then take it off? Anyways, then he, then I asked, I beat on this question again after a while in the conversation. And this time he gives me a different reason. This time he says, um, this time he says that, uh, he says something along the lines of when you when you finance with the credit card and you put it on your EMI, like monthly payments, then the interest has been paid by the company on the amount. That's why they charge you 5,000. And that doesn't add up. But because one time you're saying something, then the other time you're saying something else, immediately, like I just talk Like I end the call and I say, dude, just cancel, cancel, cancel. Today I want it canceled right now. I don't care. I don't want a second appointment. I'll show up to the second appointment, but first you have to cancel this. Cancel everything. I don't want anything. Just give me my refund. I'll pay the cancellation fee. That's what I tell him. And immediately I go and ask my dad to help me, uh, like file a complaint at the police because I want to have some proof that, yeah, I was not happy with this decision. I wanted to cancel. These guys were not letting me. I'm not going to let someone walk all over me. Like, this is why these scams are so prevalent because innocent people don't do anything. And this is what kind of the message is with this post from Nick Shirley because when the good guys don't do anything, that's when the evil thrives. Evil can do whatever the hell they want, but the good guys don't do anything. I'm so hungry. And I don't know why I'm connecting myself to this situation in the news, but I think it's the same concept that um people think it's all right. It's maybe my fault. Maybe like just avoid trouble. Ah, you know, if someone slaps you on one cheek, turn the other. Shit like that. It's so annoying to me. It irks me greatly. By the way, check this out. I can squat again. Oh, it hurts a little bit, but not awfully. It's not awful. So that's been done. I sent an email right now. I've contacted the credit card company. I've contacted Tootsie, and I've contacted police. And I have the screenshots, documents. Tried to record some calls, but the my phone has stupid software. When you go to record a call, it announces loudly, "This call is being recorded." Like a dumbass. What's the point? If you're gonna announce it, then what's the point of recording a call? Doesn't make sense. Then he's not gonna say anything. Anyways, I got him to say a bunch of shit afterwards and took screenshots because everything at this point was verbal. So I didn't really have any proof except that my family, my dad was there and listening to it. So it's just my word against him. Now I have these complaints. I'm hoping I get my refund. That's what I'm gonna do. And I shouldn't be, I was advising a couple of days ago that credit is a plague. Look at me now. I would have never bought. My brother said something really uh true to me. Like if I didn't have the credit card, I wouldn't have just bought this. I would have been more reasonable. I would have been, you know, I would have saved the money and I would have been more efficient with the money. And if you have credit, you spend it in ways that you don't like. You do shit that's inefficient. You do bad shit with cheap money. Learn the lesson in a very hard way. And I definitely want to get out of this situation. I'll pay the fees. I don't really care. And, you know, I want to get out of this situation instead of being stuck in it for the next 9 months. Um, Definitely don't want their solution. Even if it works, I don't want it. I don't want it on credit. Nope. Oh, sir, don't want it. That's it for today. That is to listen. Check out Nick Shirley. He's the best. He's the best journalist of our time, probably, because the dude actually goes and does journalism. Actually, figures out stuff. Journalists don't do this anymore. You should follow him. There was one time he replied to me, and I love it. Okay, see ya. Bye bye.